Hello, everybody. Today, you might have watched the last presidential debate, and we're going to do a bit of an analysis on that. A completely fair and unbiased analysis.
Yep, completely. 100%. Nonpartisan, 100%.
Alrighty. That's the last time we'll be doing that joke. Well, let's start off with this. Trump said Aleppo has fallen, and they say that is false. Well, he said we need to see it on paper, and here it is on paper. Aleppo has fallen. Can't disagree. And some people.
Wait, Armin. Is there an official seal on this?
Yeah, some people will say this isn't an official paper. Well, this is official paper. In fact, it has an official seal on it.
You should have put official on the seal, like the word.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
You completely ruined that.
Yep, completely ruined. Terrible. All right. Start off with NBC. I'll go ahead and share that. There. All right.
So there was some fact checking from the last debate.
Not working at all.
What did you do?
that didn't work at all. Guess I have to share the whole screen. Okay. There we go.
So NBC News was fact checking some stuff from the last debate. This one I thought was good because I saw people post like just that picture, but I thought it was like jokes because people have always made those jokes about like the media completely like lying about Trump when they do the fact checking. But then I saw somebody link it actual to NBC, and I was like, wait, that's not satire. This is an actual tweet from NBC. Fact check. Trump said Hillary Clinton acid washed her emails. She did not. She used an app called Bleach Pit. She did not use a corrosive chemical. She did not actually delete her emails with acid. She did not actually put acid inside her computer.
I was shocked. I thought she acid washed it for sure. Just had like a bottle of muriatic acid, just pours it all over the emails.
I just thought she was wiping them all of her computers with a cloth. That's what she told me.
That's what I thought.
Well, read the top comments on that. Just like
Bleach Pit, acid wash, ... Same thing, FFS. You're denying the Reddit disclosure. History will judge you harshly.
You guys aren't serious with this, are you? You should delete this. You have to be kidding me. Seriously? How about you fact check on an internet video from Benghazi? Are you guys really this stupid? Ha ha ha. They wasted time and money on this meme. Are you kidding me? Is this fake NBC, like parody?
I honestly think this is fake. It has to be fake.
It's on their thing. Like, you see them verified. That checkmark's real.
No one would do this. Nobody.
Like, I would expect that from NBC on Saturday Night Live, maybe.
Oh, okay. This might be fake because I found an inconsistency. You can see here, there's a truth meter. On the other one, there was no truth meter. This could be a new feature, though.
This does seem to be a new feature.
Alrighty. You want to move on?
Yep. So, right. Overall, how would you say Trump handled this debate?
Yeah, better. Not as good as I wanted. He had some moments where he was about to throw some really good stuff out, and I really wish he mentioned the former president of Haiti when the earthquake happened. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, I really wish he'd bring that up.
Did you think he did better than the last debate?
Yeah, probably. The last debate.
I don't think so. I thought he did really good in that debate. I thought this one was his second best.
I thought this one was better. I didn't like the last debate.
Really?
Yeah, he was doing what I wanted him to do, but halfway, and then halfway doing what I didn't want him to do. He was better from the first debate on the second debate, but he still wasn't doing everything like throwing out these one-liners and stuff.
Yeah, I guess I can see what you're saying. Like, I keep seeing people saying this was Trump's best one, but like, I just don't really quite see that. I still I agree with your points. I just still think that overall it was better on the last one. I think this one was better than the first one, though.
I think they were both close.
CNN breaking news announced Hillary won this debate, just like they said she won every other debate, despite all the polls on everything else. Fucking Slate saying she lost all of them.
They said she won the first one, the second one, the third one, the -1th one.
Yep. She's won all the debates that haven't happened yet.
She's won 4 out of 3 debates, according to CNN.
Oh, can you bring up I don't want to search for that long. See if I can bring it up.
What are you searching for?
From the last debate, CNN instructs focus group to. Oh yeah, I got a link for it right here. I'll post it if you want to share this.
Yeah.
This was from the last debate that there's no way anybody could say Hillary won the last debate unless you only watched the first 5 minutes. Like after that 5 minute mark, she just like went downhill hard.
Already is great, but we are great because we are good. America's great. All right, so I want to ask you.
So did you hear her mutter something there?
Yeah, she muttered, "America's great."
Donald Trump's defense in the video. She's thinking that America's already great.
See, so this was the focus group CNN had from the last debate that said Hillary won. Now you heard her say America's great, like she whispers that while she has a hot mic on, and then that person responds, "America's great." Pretty obvious that CNN was caught telling their focus group what to say during that. Which CNN's the only people who said Hillary won that debate. Like the first debate, it was a little bit like there was some people saying like other people had focus groups that were kind of mixed, but it was kind of a closer poll. That the second one, nobody other than CNN was saying Hillary was even close there. Like everybody was saying she got demolished.
I thought Trump won the second one hands down. This one was closer, I'd say, though.
Yeah, I thought this one was a lot closer.
I thought this was Trump's and Hillary's best performance.
I think our next thing, move down to the focus group tab in our. We actually have a preparation sheet that's like 8 lines rather than just like 4 this time, guys.
3 like digital pages.
We put like a couple sentences in it this time. We put like 10 minutes of work. We're going off here.
All right. What do you want me to do?
Share his Twitter, then we'll go over the key ones. Like share the screen with his Twitter open.
Okay, give me a sec. Why I always gotta share the screen?
Because you have multi-monitors.
Yeah. Okay.
So Frank Luntz, he's like that CBS guy or whatever that does all the focus group thing that like looks really weird. Can you not like get him in here? We don't want him.
Okay.
Get out of the picture. So Trump won 14-12 on his focus group. So it wasn't that big of a slide, but Trump is winning it. And if you scroll down, I put a few of the key points on the chart. If you scroll down to his thing, God, I should have just named the links. I'm trying to look through my links.
Who won tonight's debate?
Yeah, that was basically the repost 14-12. So here's the closing statement dials. I'd rather avoid that. Let me go back to the link and find this one right here. All right, that first link that I posted right below that, the one that's highlighted right there. This one right there, like paste that one in there. So right here, when Trump questioned when the election results and stuff got questioned. Wait, did you click the Hillary one?
Oh
wait, never mind.
Highlighted.
So when she's talking about how great the democracy is, like her numbers seem to go up, and when Trump like mentions that they're bad, they went down. That seemed to be Trump's biggest thing. Now show the Hillary's worst thing now.
I thought Hillary's worst thing was like a little bit better than Trump's worst.
I don't understand how like the questioning thing. The video they showed was bad. I wanted the one where Trump was bashing it, but apparently I put the links in terribly.
And this was a complete dodge on her part.
Yeah. Like undecideds just started going like down slowly there. And then like the Hillary supporters you see like started going back up, but like the undecided and stuff just stay like kind of down there. Like she gets asked like directly, just like what about like the collusion with the Clinton Foundation, and then she's just like nope, and then she starts blaming Russia.
Both candidates really need to focus on the yellow line, the undecideds, because if you just like say things that your audience likes, that's not going to get you more votes.
It does get them to turn out better though.
Yeah. Here you can see like how diametrically opposed the two camps are. Trump's people really like that he's calling out the savagery in the Muslim world, but Hillary's support.
And you see undecided, it's like skyrocketed with Donald Trump's people there.
Yeah, they like it a little less than he does though.
Yep. Like the undecided seem to pretty much go pretty much with Trump on like most of the issues, or with the Trump's people on most of these, but to like lesser extents. Like the Hillary's people just kind of seemed like independent of everything on almost all the issues. Like even the things that like Trump's people didn't like about Trump were like the same things the undecideds didn't like, but those people might dislike it a little more. At the halfway point, 12 were saying Trump and 9 said Clinton.
Oh, I thought that said 12 said Clinton and 9 said Trump. I was gonna say like I disagree with this. Like I thought Trump was doing pretty well at the halfway point.
Yeah, they put him a little bit better at the at that thing.
And you want to look at the? Well, we got that. All right, is that all we got for Frank Luntz here?
Well, while we're on that somewhat of a topic, we could talk about the like polls and stuff and oversampling. It's somewhat related to like focus groups. If you could get his picture off there, though, it'd be nice.
You want me to bring that up?
Yeah. That
people get this my beautiful face. You got to see this beautiful face.
So, for those who don't know, there was a poll that put Clinton up like 5 in Arizona, and then it was saying Arizona's a swing state now. All those Nate Silvers and shit were talking about how amazing Hillary's doing in Arizona, and this is the best thing ever. Now, some people on 4chan first brought it up, and then people on r/the Donald were mentioning it as well, and then media picked up. When you click the sample, so this is another one of these things where 4chan finds out everything. Like weaponized autism, you can't beat that. Like it's the best weapon. You can't beat weaponized autism. So the oversampling on this is ridiculous. For everyone who doesn't know, like Arizona is kind of like a red state. It's probably, I don't know exactly, but I'd guess around like R+10. So on their sample here, they put plus 34 Dems in Arizona to get Hillary to win by 5. So they had 168 Republicans.
I haven't really found these people.
Yeah, like I don't think that's possible unless you're intentionally trying to be a lying sack of shit. Like that's not accidental.
It's definitely on purpose. I don't think there's any doubt of that.
Like you can't be that bad.
All right, we good here?
Then click the next link down. That's just like a little list of some of the other polls. The next link in that document, the other samples.
All right.
I like that because it was just like a bunch of the things. So scroll down to the bottom. I think it start with like the routers had 49% Dems and 37% Republican to put like.
By the way, routers is complete shit. If you like look at one of their polls, just completely disregard it. Back when the website Long Room was up, I don't know if it's still up or not, or if it's still down rather. They had an average of 9% adjustments towards Democrat. That's completely ridiculous. I'm against adjustments like in total in all situations. I think that with websites like Real Clear Politics, you can just use that to supplement all your like problems you have with sample size.
Yep. The problem with Real Clear is that they've been selective lately about which polls they go up. Like they haven't put up like the PPP poll or the Rasmussen poll, which are putting Trump ahead. But then like they'll update them if like when Rasmussen put Trump down, they put Rasmussen's poll up there immediately, like within like a minute after it got posted. Then when Rasmussen said Trump gained the lead, it was like 2 weeks and they didn't put it up there. It just ignored. Like they've been pretty bullshit with not updating polls lately, but like all the polls there, like they post all the polls. And I don't like the way they do the weighting on the things because, okay, I understand waiting. You're supposed to wait for what the last election was because that's the best thing you could do. Last election was like +4 Dem. So you're waiting, like if you do a sample and it's +3 Dem, then you wait for +1 Dem. Like that's what you would do. And if you had like more Republicans than Democrat, your poll, you might do a little bit of weighting to reduce that. But generally you wouldn't do weighting to like, they probably didn't do any weighting on this Dem +12 thing. That's just their sample. They didn't do any weighting to reduce that. But they put Hillary at +5 or whatever with Dem +12. She should be doing way better. And then they put out another, like that same poll thing. The guy like Bill Mitchell looks at the data. Oh, apparently they sampled women 61% and men 39%. That same poll.
Women 61 and men 39?
Yeah, that was in that same sample. So it was Dems 49 and women 61 in their poll.
Yeah, that's like kind of ridiculous there.
Like you have to be intentionally getting those samples. Like that, those samples don't just like, okay, if they got like 55 women, I could be like, okay, maybe more women answer the phone, whatever. But 61,
yeah,
that's a little bit ridiculous.
I might be wrong, but I think that's 2 standard deviations away from 50.
Yeah, close to 3, I think.
That's like if it's within 1 or at 1, I'm fine with it. But
and if it was just like this one routers poll, like you wouldn't think of anything. But like it's all of these polls that are like routers and shit. Like whenever you see these polls lately, they're saying like Hillary's way up on Trump. Then you look at like the weighting and shit, and then the sampling that they're doing. Like their samplings are complete horseshit. So then you scroll down. So I guess Hillary was up 6, not 5 or whatever. So she had a 6-point lead in a Dem +12 and women +22 sample. And then they're like, oh, so she's +4 with men in their sample too. The men were putting her at +4, which men are not voting for Hillary. Like she's losing pretty bad with men, almost as bad as like I think she's losing with men the same as like Trump's losing with women. Like they're basically tied there. So then scroll up and he goes a little bit more of this stuff. So then just like imagine that. What if there was a poll that had Republicans +12, men +22, and that Trump was winning with women? Can you imagine like how many people would be coming out against that poll?
Yeah, that's completely ridiculous.
And Nate Copper's up there like praising all those polls and how great they're doing. Now,
I'm calling you Nate Copper. It's Nate Silver. Thank you very much.
Yeah, some guy on Twitter attacked me for being a retard for saying like, it's Nate Silver, you idiot. Like not knowing that I was making a joke. Now,
all right.
Here's a poll that I'm a huge fan of. I'm not sure how much like their weighting is on the thing, but I have found that like their thing's pretty much followed with like the general trend of polls. If you want to bring that one up, shit.
Which one?
Like the LA right there, the LA Times link I posted in the sidebar here. Here, I'll post it.
Where?
Right here too. It's in the document and in Hangouts. It's in both.
I found it.
It's everywhere. So I've been a big fan of the LA Times thing. Like they've gone pretty good whenever like Trump or Hillary has a big thing. Like Trump had a big lead when Hillary collapsed at 9/11. He took a huge hit after the attacking women about something when the new scandal came out. After that second debate, the groping women thing came out, and then the women's accused him of sexual assault. Then he dropped again after that. And then he started recovering a little bit a couple days later after those. And then today, like, more, we'll know that tomorrow we won't actually know the results of the poll. It usually takes like 2 days to see something like that. But I'm pretty sure you're going to see Trump go back up here. I'm a huge fan of this poll. Like, even when they put like Trump a couple of days losing, I think those polls are pretty accurate. Like, this daily poll gets people like every day, and it's getting like they have the same amount of people. Like, they have these same people, but they don't ask everybody every day, and they rotate through the samples randomly, and they get like the responses.
It looks like the sample changes here. You can see based on.
Well, not everybody responds either. Like, they do a rotating sample, and then not everybody responds.
Okay, so that's kind of a cool way to do it. I like that.
Yeah. And it's not 100% accurate. People came out defending this poll all the time until it was like saying Trump was doing well.
I think I did see this poll on the long room, and I think they have like pretty minimal weighting, like +3 or +4.
Yeah, I think Rasmussen was like the most accurate on with the weighting, like the way that they didn't change their weighting much.
I think they were at +2 the entire time.
Yeah, but LA Times, like, they don't do, like, they just post their data. Like, they don't do barely any weighting. Like, their weighting is mainly just for, like, race and stuff, which, if you scroll down and go to the race thing, you'll see an anomaly, and they've explained the anomaly before, that there's a couple black people who don't respond every time, but they're pretty pro-Trump, and when they respond, then it goes up to, like, 10% because there's not many black people in the area they're polling, which they've said could make not even 1% difference in their overall poll because the black people are a very small percentage of the electorate. So, like, when blacks go +6 or something, it's changing like 1% of the vote. So, like, but other than that, like, their other things have been pretty accurate, like, with other things. See, like, look at Hillary with Hillary and Trump's for like men and women thing. Like, just flip male and female over. They're basically similar. Like, Trump actually does a little bit better there. And then there's another poll that I'm somewhat of a fan of, the People's Pundit Daily poll. I'll just send you this
you're repeating. Look at that. Whoa. Bye, prefix.
My cat just knocked something over.
I'm sending mice after you. Don't worry. These mice will come get you.
That's another poll that Trump's currently losing in, but I'm also a big fan of that poll. I linked it in Curse. Oh, hold on. My cat did something.
Curse is gone. Okay. Let me try to get this up while he goes and does stuff with his cat. I don't know what he's doing. Here we go. People's Daily Pundit poll.
So a Rube Goldberg machine just happened outside my room. My cat knocked over my gate. The gate fell on the dog. The dog jumped up and knocked something down. And then that thing fell and knocked something on the stairs down. So like 8 things just happened from my cat knocking down a gate on the dog.
All right. You wanted to talk about this?
So this is a poll that does a very similar methodology to the LA Times thing. I'm also not sure they're waiting, but like they do the same like daily poll and rotating sample.
What is this?
Your coincidence detector flipped out there.
That's like,
I don't know what's that.
45 brackets. What is that?
I don't know what happened there.
Okay, we'll just continue on. Okay.
So, like, what I like about these is they show like really well whenever like an event happens. Like you see the 9/11 thing, Trump goes way up. the women allegations come out, Trump goes down. Like I'm a huge fan of these daily polls because like they use the same samples and they just rotate through them, and the people don't respond every time. So you kind of see like where people are swaying with their views. That's what I like it the best, is that it's like the same people throughout the whole thing. So they're changing their views as the thing goes. So that's why I think those polls are very good. Like the LA Times poll was very accurate.
I think these polls are heavily weighted on undecideds because people who are voting Trump are probably going to vote Trump no matter what he does. And same thing with Hillary.
Well, that's like the thing. They like the people they're getting, like they get like 33 Dem, 30 Republican, and like the rest like independent or whatever the fuck.
I think that's the main flaw here. These don't really show like how the general public. These are more like how independents.
Well, no, these are all the people vote. But there's actually one flaw in the people.
From day to day, I'm saying this is more like how independents are being swayed that day.
Oh, yeah. They're not showing much with the support. Although there's one problem with both of the polls. One, the LA Times poll only is a two-way race, where it's a four-way race. Well, more if you count the write-ins. But then there's another problem with this one. This one is a four-way race. Now, why are both of them problems? Well, when elections get closer, people switch from third party to the other candidates. So, do you not count them or do you count them? Because people do vote third party. Hold on, let me get the light off behind me.
Let's see. Third party total is about 10.
People do vote third party, but when it gets right close to election, those people don't actually show up to vote, or they'll actually vote for one of the lesser of two evils.
So right now in this poll, it says that 11% of people are going to vote independent. I expect there actually to be quite a bit of people who turn up and vote independent, but I think it's only going to be like at max 8% for Gary.
Also, there's 6.9% undecided on this poll too, and I'm going to say those undecided polls, like those 6.9%, those are Trump. You know, people who are saying that they don't want to say which candidate they're supporting, most of those people are going for Trump. Now, the reason for that is in a lot of areas, if you go and out yourself as a Trump supporter, you put a Trump bumper sticker on your car is getting vandalized by fucking Hillary people. You can get assaulted for just wearing Trump shit. People will like scream at you on the streets.
Have you seen that story where the guy like posted Trump stickers on people's cars? And it was at like a college campus, and
he put them over Bernie stickers,
and all the people's cars got keyed because they had a Trump sign up, and it wasn't even because like their Trump sign. Some guy put it up on there, and the car got keyed.
Yep. It's awesome because it's like the Bernie people doing it to Bernie people. Like I saw that on 4chan. I'm pretty sure it started as a 4chan thing.
All right, we good for these polls here?
Yeah, I just like wanted to say how much I love those polls, and I still think Trump's doing better than any of the polls that like even those ones say, because the people who are afraid to say they're supporting Trump. But I do think that those are the most accurate polls, and even though the like that one that Trump's losing right there, I linked, I still like that poll better than like any of the other ones, just because they have like 4,000 people or whatever and just rotate through. Sometimes people don't respond. Sometimes they do. And the people change their views as it goes along. And the Hillary and Trump people are pretty much staying on them for the independence way.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. That the bias is more towards independence on those polls.
Yeah. And if you like click the stuff, what I wish we didn't close it. They break the things down on that one. If you click enthusiasm, I'll just read it up so you don't have to bring it back up. Extremely, Trump 58, Hillary 47. Very, Trump 22, Hillary 20. Moderately, Trump 11, Hillary 12. She's winning with moderately enthusiastic, but she's getting stomped with extremely and very. Now, why does enthusiasm matter? Enthusiasm means people are going to show up to vote for you. If people aren't enthusiastic about a candidate, they don't give a shit. They don't show up to vote. Now, with Gary Johnson, he's actually got 24 for extremely and 33 for likely. So he's actually not that bad for enthusiasm.
Well, that's because he has like a cult following. The only people who are voting for him are the people who are like Gary Johnson all the way.
Hillary voters are still more enthusiastic for her for just the extremely and very, but then Gary Johnson destroys her with moderately enthusiastic.
Like the people who are thinking they might vote for Gary Johnson, those are the people who are like, if Gary Johnson breaks a nail this week, I'm going to Trump.
Yep. And Jill Stein, for extremely, she's 38, so still behind. She's behind Clinton and Trump, but ahead of Johnson. But then on very, she's 31, which is behind Johnson, but above Clinton and Trump. So, and 17 for moderately. But then with the slightly and not at all, Hillary's got like 11 and 10. Trump's at 5 and 4. Johnson's at 5 and 6. So like Hillary's people, 21% are slightly or not at all enthusiastic. Jill Stein's like second place.
Oh no. We've lost Prefix or me. This is a problem. Prefix, hello? We're going to try to get him back. Let's see, did I DC or did he DC? That's the question. Messaging him, and it doesn't appear that he's responding back. Let's see if I can. I'm watching the live stream. Okay, yeah, it looks like I'm still up. Let me see this real quick. I'm watching the live stream. Okay. Yep, I'm still up. So I guess this is a one-man show until Prefix makes it back. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Roe v. Wade. And this isn't what most people think it is. What people think when they hear Roe v. Wade is the Supreme Court decision that made abortion legal for everyone. As Hillary Clinton said, that gave... Let me paste him the link. So I apologize for this unprofessionalness. It was the decision that gave people, as Hillary Clinton said, gave women the constitutional right to an abortion. That's not true. What Roe v. Wade actually did was it gave the government the power to legislate abortion, where they can say yes or no, allow or disallow. Both are in complete compliance with the decision made on Roe v. Wade. A lot of people who are against Roe v. Wade and actually know this are against the federal government having the right to legislate this. They think it should be a states' right issue. I'm personally for abortion. I think you know the child's right doesn't override the mother's right to bodily autonomy. So that's why I'm for it. But I think Roe v. Wade is it's a quick way to either have it completely legal or completely illegal, depending on who's in office. You can pass a law and not have to worry about constitutional scholarship, because if someone passes a law that says abortion is illegal today, then they're going to have to take that to the Supreme Court. If they do, the Supreme Court is going to say, well, Roe v. Wade gave the federal government the power to legislate abortion. It didn't say you have the right to an abortion no matter what. It gave them the right to legislate. So that decision would be completely in line with the precedent. Trump wouldn't even need pro-abortion justices on the Supreme Court to do that. All right, well, I don't know what's going on here. I think Prefix just... let's give him a call on air. We're going to go ahead and find him here in my phone. I'll give you out his number if you're good. There he is. Prefix, are you going to join?
I disconnected and I'm going to my settings on my router and I changed about like things and stuff and I'm not sure like I think.
So, is it your internet that's like going out or what?
It's completely offline.
Okay. Well, I don't know.
I'm trying to get back on, but I think you can either pause the thing and say like we'll do a part 2 when I come back, or just go on without me.
I've been going on without you, and I got through the Roe v. Wade thing already. You want to just do part 2 later when you get your shit back?
Yeah, it should be really good to your decision on it.
Okay. Well, we're gonna be back with the rest of our little script write up thing. He just hung up on me. If you wanna stay for part 2, we're gonna be talking about the Heller decision, which was mentioned in there. Open borders. Putin. Let's see. I can't say a lot of this stuff, or else I'll get banned from YouTube. Talking about the deficits, the Project Veritas, WikiLeaks, Nixon. Nixon's going to be in there. Just you wait. Nixon's going to be in there. Some fact checking on Hillary Clinton, and refugees. That's what's going to be in part 2. We'll see you then.